Hey there, Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have got another message for you coming from the car before I head into an event that I'm going to over this weekend, which is all around clearing negative influences and influencers from our past. And really super excited about diving into the next layer of that. But today's message that I wanted to share with you is that no one outside of you can give you better answers than you can find within. And why I wanted to really talk about this is because that's kind of what coaching is all about. And at this event that I'm at right now, I'm always stocking up new tools in my tool belt to help my coaching clients and the people that I work with. And this weekend is no different. And so we're going through different processes right now, which are, coaching is really about helping somebody get to a compelling future that is inspired from within for them, helping them break through past patterns of behavior and challenges and all that sort of stuff, find the answers within and build a steady foundation of trust and self-belief and self-love within so that they can actually reach their potential. And so over this weekend, we are working in pairs and helping each other, go back and trace back through different age brackets in our lives. What were those negative influences or influencers between the ages of 0 to 7, and then 7 to 14, 14 to 21, and 21 to now. And you wouldn't believe the kind of stories and situations and circumstances that you think are completely past memories, so distant in the past that you didn't even remember, that you didn't even know you had those memories still. You would be so astonished by what is actually in your unconscious that is directing your experience to this day, maybe 5, 10, 20, 40 years onward from the actual initial time when maybe you were a child, a circumstance or a situation occurred and happened, and it's actually generated this belief and way of being, this habitual self-sabotage, whatever it is, that is actually determining the course of your life, and you're not even aware of it. And it's Professor Ellen Snyder from the Centre of the Mind in Sydney, Australia, who states that the actual mind's capacity comprises 96% of unconscious mind and only 4% of consciousness, meaning that the 4% of your life that you're actually conscious of is being determined by the other 96% that you are totally unconscious to. And so what we need to do in order to ever clear, these self-sabotaging patterns of behavior and habits that we want to get rid of, the worst thing you can do is focus on trying to change that behavior or habit on the surface. And in actual fact, what we need to do is we need to go beyond that. We need to go below it. We need to tap right fully into the unconscious, and we need to clear why we actually have been doing that, because the cause is much greater than the effect. And if we can wipe out and clear that cause, the effect will sort itself out, but most of us get caught up. Maybe we have a negative relationship or a disempowering relationship with food, or something like that. And we constantly binge eat, and this is a circumstance that's, I think quite universal for a lot of people. And actually I've been working with some people on this issue in the room who have that issue, right? And so that's why I'm going to use this example. I always use health as an example, but say you think, I've got this binge eating problem. Oh, what am I going to do about it? I'm going to make sure that I eat 5 meals a day and they're going to be healthy. I'm going to pre-prepare them. And you have all these strategies, like I'm not going to buy this food and have it in the house. You come up with all these strategies to treat the effect instead of actually recognizing and uncovering, like the beautiful woman that I got to work with yesterday and I get the pleasure of working with over the weekend. We were able to see some patterns from her childhood, like everybody in the room. time, but in particular from her childhood when she started engaging in this self-sabotaging behavior. And we could track it right back, to when she was, just 10 or 11 years old, and a situation that occurred that triggered this kind of negative behavior that eventually, it's carried on throughout her entire life, right into her 40s, 50s, and instead of continuing to try and beat yourself up and try and find a new personal trainer and, what's the new diet or whatever you're trying to do because you're binge eating. Instead, we need to actually go back through the past. We need to identify why you do what you do. If you don't understand why you do what you do, we can't change it. It's going to be a complete fluke if you ever fall out of that pattern of behavior. And so what we really needed to do was identify, when we can see the connection points between our past and our current reality, when we can bring that unconscious up into the conscious, that is where we have the power to actually change and clear that stuff away, and actually move beyond it and no longer be restricted and directed by unconscious disempowering patterns, and instead move into our empowerment. So, really hope that me sharing this with you guys is I nearly choked, is of value to you all. And I really want to jump in. So if you've got any questions or comments, let me know. I want to check in with you guys. But also make sure, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Come and join us in the Limitless Potential Academy monthly masterclasses. They are kicking off on June 13th, and I could not be more excited about everything that I have in store for you guys. I know so many of you have already jumped on board, and I'm super excited. Every time I get an email notification with another new student in the academy, in the monthly masterclasses, I'm super pumped and excited, and I can't contain myself a lot of the time. I've got amazing stuff coming ahead for you. I am an absolute addict when it comes to learning and developing, and I spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on my own personal development, using myself as a guinea pig, and then I simplify and systemize the different tools, the most valuable tools, to help you fast track your success. So if you want a piece of that action, I've got it all lined up and in store for you, and our first masterclass kicks off on June 13th. So if that is of interest to you and you want to come and join us, definitely click on the link above and join. And I can't wait to see you in there. So excited. So let me check in with you guys. I have got Kenneth and Sam and Michael, and Sam, the training is going amazingly well. I'm really excited. And today in the trainings, we are going to go through some processes of clearing parental figures out of our, out of that unconscious, any sort of negative patterns of behavior that have stemmed from lack of clearing of, those negative influences from parental figures. We're going through that today and tomorrow, and I'm super excited about all that is ahead with that. So thanks for asking, Sam. And Tanya's here, and Stephen and Ray and Sam. Answers are always within, absolutely. And I was just talking to another great friend of mine on the trip over here, and we were talking about this, and I was saying how that's kind of a lot of the time one of my jobs as a coach is people can come to me and they're lacking self-belief, but they're trusting me more than they're trusting themselves. And my job is to take that trust that they're putting within me and convert it back, kind of reflect it back into them, so that by the time that we've done with one another, they've generated that self-trust, that self-belief, and they no longer need to believe or trust in me in order for their success. So absolutely, you've always got the answers within, and that's a big part of the work that I'm always doing with you guys. So I love that, Sam. And Joe's here, and Jamantis and Lisa, awesome to see you, and Fazia and Ismail and and Ron and Tomican from India. Love it. Awesome. And Rob, hey love, good on you. Love this. Same focus today with clients. Boom. I love hearing that, Rob. That's awesome. And thanks for being here. And David's here. And Sam, that's crazy. 4% conscious controlled by 96 subconscious. Absolutely. It's completely crazy. But it's so empowering to know that, because it gives us a pathway of realizing that, I'm always saying that it's our conscious mind that is the goal setter. We decide what we actually want. We say it out here in a conscious way, but it's our subconscious or our unconscious that is actually the goal getter. If we don't have alignment between the conscious and the subconscious, we're not going to achieve our goals. Whatever is the majority rules, whatever's going on in your subconscious. So we've got to have strategies and systems and ways of going internally to be able to bring the unconscious to the conscious so that we can determine the course of our lives in a productive, empowered way. So absolutely. And Josh, awesome to see you, my friend. And thank you so much for your kind words. And Haru's here. And Josh, I tried messaging you, no response. Oh, are we friends? If we're not friends, it might have gone in my other inbox. If you guys ever want to make sure that your messages get through to me, it's way better if you either message my business page, Vanessa Jane Patrick, Live, Love, Give, or send me an email at vanessa@vanessajanepatrick.com, or just let me know, like you have done, Josh, to check my emails, my messenger. I can get kind of bombarded in there and I can kind of steer clear, so I'll have a double check for you. And Haru, shine on, divine one, gratitude, much gratitude to you, my friend. And Lance, inspiration right there, thank you. Lovely to hear that, Lance. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. And Sam, love that, bring unconscious to conscious. How can I do that effectively? So many different strategies, absolutely, Sam. I'm just learning a whole bunch more, which are really cool to stock up my tool belt with. And I know that you're working with me, so you'll be getting the benefits of that, absolutely. But one of the best strategies as well is week 6 in the 8-week empowerment program that you were an amazing part of, that you just graduated. So that's a really good way of going through that process of being able to identify the challenge, the decision, being able to get out, of false logic. We can overthink, we can get into false logic, and also get out of our fears and our emotional states that kind of cloud our vision, and do a short meditation that allows us to actually tap into, surrender the need for control from the logical mind and the overthinking part, and also from the overly emotional part, and actually surrender control to that deeper knowing within, that intuition, that inner guide, that inner wisdom, whatever the answers. And that, I feel, is the best way to really start tapping in and drawing links between the unconscious and the conscious. But like I said, there's some pretty in-depth processes that I work on the individual level with clients, and I'm learning more right now. So I can't wait to share more of that with you, Sam. And Lisa, hi Vanessa. Yes, this makes so much sense to me. I'm a hypnotist, and we use age regression, and speak directly to the subconscious mind. I'm doing a lot of that as well, Lisa. So awesome to hear that. And thanks so much for letting me know. So cool that you're a hypnotist. I'd love to learn more. And I love you being here as well. And Josh, I don't want a piece, I want the whole thing. Yeah, love it. Okay, don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm with you. And Tim, it's scary to think that if we only use 4% of our conscious mind as a result of the 96% of our subconscious mind, imagining if we used 100% of our conscious mind, what things we find out within ourselves on life's journey. Absolutely. My question is how to ask better questions within yourself if you're always asking the same questions and getting the same answers. Absolutely, Tim, and it's the whole, thinking back to what Einstein famously said, which is, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, asking the same questions over and over again and, expecting a different answer, So how to ask better questions within yourself. I would go to people who who you know, like, and trust, who have generated the kind of results in their life that you'd be so inspired to have in your own. And I would actually ask them, what kind of questions they ask themselves. Do they do journaling? All that sort of stuff. But like the process that I just mentioned when Sam asked that question earlier, week 6 of the 8-week empowerment program that I run, I've got a new round launching in July. So a huge part of that is being able to tap into better quality answers based on better quality questions that you ask the wisest part of who you are, that's devoid of the overthinking, over false kind of logic, devoid of the fears and insecurities that cloud our vision, and actually tapping into that strength. So if that is of interest to you, Tim, definitely let me know so I can hold a place for you on our 8-week empowerment program. It's all group coaching, super empowering, and really would answer those questions more deeply for you. But try out some different questions, and don't keep asking yourself the same old things. I like to actually ask something like, what really helped me? What am I proud of myself for? What do I forgive myself for? What are my intentions? What inspires me at my highest capacity? Just start brainstorming inspiring, empowering questions. Do some research and start generating some awesome results within from the answers that you find. Sam, as a guinea pig with so many tools, strategies, and tweaks, what do you feel is working better for you? Okay, I love the questions, but I'm not totally sure about what I'm comparing, what's working best for me. It might have been something I said when you actually wrote that question, and now I've totally forgotten. But what can I decipher from what you're saying? I believe that there's never just one way, ever. That's why I am constantly stocking my belt with tools, and it's why that's my purpose when I'm working with anybody in my programs, in my coaching, anything. The whole purpose is giving you tools to draw upon throughout your life. And I have not come across just one singular tool that I think is just the be all and end all, and you should just forget all the rest. I think that they work in conjunction with one another. That all being said, my greatest framework that has made the biggest transformation in my life this far has been around personality psychology. And you guys have heard me harp on about it so much. And it's why I've got a program that I'll be launching later on, which is really diving in deep and bringing what I work on the one-to-one level to a group format. But understanding personality psychology and the framework that makes up our brain wiring, our unique brain wiring for you as an individual, for me as an individual, has been the best so far, that's made the greatest impact and difference in my life. So with saying that, but I'd never discount every other tool that can be used in conjunction with everything that's great. So hope that answers your question, Sam. And Paulie's here, and Manu, and Edgar. Hi, Vanessa, sending you love from Chihuahua. You're so right. It's in alignment, inner work between the conscious and unconscious. Absolutely, Edgar. And always love seeing you, my friend, and much love back to you. And Sam, so happy you're enjoying and having fun with your training. Thank you, Sam. I absolutely am. And Josh, please, I want to get your lessons. Awesome, Josh. Well, make sure that you click on the link attached to this video, and I can't wait to see you in the amazing monthly masterclasses. Oh my God, I got so much in store for you guys. It's so exciting. So definitely join us there. And Alexandria is here. Yay. And Michael and Alexandria, Spirit Sister Charl and you watching together. I love it. Hello to you guys. Much love. And I know you guys are joining me in the masterclasses. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And Linda's here, and Michael, and Richard, and Jennifer, and Josh. I need to become better at personality sociology. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, there is so much to learn. I'm not sure if you're talking about sociology or what I'm talking about, psychology, but absolutely it is a phenomenal framework, because the self-development industry is so one size fits all, and it can get us in this constant cycle of feeling like we're growing and we're trying to do all the best that we can, but then we end up like back here and we don't feel like we're progressing. And it's all because you're probably working in a way that's directing you to develop different cognitive functions or mental processes that actually aren't your greatest strengths and can take you into kind of your weakness areas. And I'm mostly about focusing on and doubling down on your key strengths. The cost of specialization means that we can't be phenomenal at everything, but we can tap into our genius, hone it, develop it, and be able to deliver it. And that's what personality psychology and the framework that I work with my clients with absolutely allows you to do. So would love to dive in much, much deeper with you all on that. And Sam, you had said you have done so many programs and you continually pull them up. Yeah, absolutely. I can't necessarily single out any particular program. I think I would probably opt for the personality psychology because, like I said, it's the most individualized system of personal development that has made the greatest impact in my life and the people that I've worked with. So that would probably be my number one. I probably haven't changed my answer to you. So thank you so much for clarifying that though, Sam. And Marco, awesome to see you. And Alan's here. And Sam, awesome feedback. You always blow me away with your wisdom and inspiration. I don't know how you do it, but you're genius and always in flow. I honor and appreciate you. You are so, so kind as always, Sam, and the honor and appreciation of you is what I'm feeling. Absolutely, my friend. So thank you so much. And Spadey's just joined. I hope you catch a recording and get some value from today's message, Spadey, and anybody else who's joining. And as always, guys, I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and I can't wait to dive into my day here at this event, do some clearing, help some others clear their past, and definitely share everything that we go through with you guys tomorrow. I can't wait to see you then. Much love. Oh, and don't forget to join us in the masterclass. Link is up above. Don't miss out. Much love.